Hey, Dennis, thank you for the comment. The first thing I want to point out is that we don't deal with your employees. We actually look for opportunities for improvement. And sometimes we look at our bottom tier employees having to deal with when in fact that is your greatest opportunity to become a better leader yourself. The second thing, my question is, did you train everybody? Did you provide enough training for everyone in this situation so they can be successful? The reason I'm saying this is because many managers throw people into the role without training, only assuming that they know how to do the job because they have previous experience. In my other videos, I talk about how employees should not make decisions. And this is the reason why. If you make the assumption that people know their job because they have prior experience, no, you can't make that assumption. You've got to make sure you train everyone consistently. And the last thing is the standards. How did you come up with 20? Is that an employee standard or is that based on forecast numbers? Let's assume 20 is a standard, meaning that they have to do a room every 24 minutes for 8 hours a day. Yeah, it's the standard. I get it. Okay, you came up with, you figured that number out, and there's a process for that. If no one's told you that, there's a process to figure out what the standard of work is. Let's assume that's what it is. Now, in your situation, we have an employee that's underperforming. You have to determine two different categories. Is it willingness or is it capability? Willingness is that do they want to do the job, but they're just not capable of doing it. That's a training issue. So all you have to do is train them correctly and incrementally improve. Now, if it's a capability issue, meaning that they want to do it, but they just don't have the skill set, they don't have the coordination, they can't task coordinate these things. That's a whole different thing. Then you have to determine whether that person, if the role fits that individual, and that's a hiring issue, right? Who hired this person to be in this role when they clearly don't have the capability to do any of this, right? Even though they may have the willingness to do it, it doesn't fit the role. So no, how do you manage that? Guess what? All you do is set expectations and follow up. Meaning that in your follow up, you're supposed to say, hey, in 2 hours, you should have 4.5 rooms ready. I'm going to follow up with you at 10 o'clock and we're going to see where you're at. If they have less than 4 rooms ready, guess what the conversation is? You're right. Why not? Show me the lost time. Where are you losing time? What's difficult? What's challenging for you? How can I help you? Right? Because once you lose track of rooms, you can't recover that. You have to figure out how to clean those rooms because once you lose 1 or 2 rooms, guess what? Either they're going to work overtime or someone's got to pick up the slack. And you know what that does. So just make sure that you're holding people accountable to the responsibility and to the role and to the expectation. So when you do follow up, you're having those conversations. So if you like this kind of content, please like and follow and share this video. And if you have any other questions, please DM me.